Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what are you good at, but hate doing? Customer service. I'm a great listener, really good with empathy vs sympathy and all that, but I hate people. Not all people, you get the good ones sometimes. But I generally hate dealing with customers. My resume is full of it though, and it becomes hard to ever get out of it. I'd rather work alone. Edit. Wow, I did not think this comment would have such a response. Thanks for the awards. Glad I'm not the only one struggling to escape customer service. Sorry. I finally got promoted out of it and I'm scared I'll be demoted back to it because I'm so good at it and much better than everyone else at my company. I work alone now and it's wonderful and I hold on to my job like Smeagol with the ring. Cake decorating. I really do enjoy it for the most part, but people just expect me to make them, for nothing. Few people are like, oh, we'll pay for ingredients. Cheers, but what you've asked for will take me at least 2 days and I've barely met you. Random friend of family member. Actually, I think I just hate people. Edit. Cheers for love guys and the award. I feel this is like the bakery equivalent of people that draw as a hobby. Recently I asked a friend to draw / design the new tattoo I'm getting and she wasn't expecting any payment at all, because before me, friends of hers have requested drawings, far more complex than mine, as a favor and don't pay anything. Like man, it's time, energy, etc. I can't figure out for the life of me why people think it's okay to exploit someone else's hobby, or something they are good at, for free. Edit. I was just saying an example of drawing as a hobby because it was the first thing that came to my mind and I have several artist friends who suffer from this. I'm aware that it affects a lot more of people with art-related and crafting stuff, sorry for not including all of them. Also, thanks for the silver kind stranger, my first ever award on Reddit. Why not just ask the tattoo artist to design it? That is pretty much their entire job. Firing people. I've had to terminate people in multiple jobs, usually when I'm the new person brought in to turn things around. The last time I had to tell someone, our VP who was in the room as well told me, wow, you are really good at this. We should have you do a video training on how to let people go. BTW, if you have to fire someone, aside from a really bad reason like theft etc., get them a severance, don't fight their unemployment claim, and cover their healthcare for a few months. Not every person works out for a job and these things make landing in their feet much easier. Someone who hates having to fire people sounds like the perfect person to be put in charge of it. Sounds like a trilogy of novels called Scythe. Society has eliminated all disease and humans can live on forever, but now there are people appointed as scythes who serve as the tool to administer death as to regulate population growth. Long story short, you pick the people who hate doing it, as they are the most compassionate about how it's done. Are you George Clooney? Sadly I have far less hair than he does. And compensated much less. Taping and mudding drywall. Nice. It takes practice. Less is more is the best advice. Use the green first, and less is more. The heavy has more moisture and shrinks down, but it is strong. Keep it smooth as possible. The second and third coats are lightweight. Again, less is more. Also, run the knife over the first coat before the next 2 to 3 coats to knock down any boogers. Don't worry about inconsistencies with the lightweight because it sands down easily, if you suck at it. If you can work the knives in order to feather the outer edges, you should be good. It's possible to finish with very minimal sanding. Sometimes a wet sponge is good enough to eliminate dust. Practice makes perfect. I still hate it. I hate it, but less than watching other people do it badly. Edit. Thanks for the updates. Deleted. Mediating between people who can't get along. It is so fucking annoying and I hate it. Turns I get stuck doing it all the time at work. Just thinking about it is stressing me out. It's nice to know I'm not the only one. Recently informed a bunch of people I'm going to start billing them. I just went to my company and said, get me the hell out of here please. Writing. I was told by a fairly strict English professor that I should become an English professor because of my essays and I didn't have the heart to tell him that I just sincerely despise writing. This is the main reason I stopped writing. You can tell me how good I am over and over and over, but when the act of writing is akin to ramming your head into a wall repeatedly until the words fall out, I think I'd rather find something else to do. I'm happy I'm not alone in my hatred of writing, especially since you captured my exact feelings that perfectly. This is me. I have been told by multiple teachers that I am an excellent writer, and yes, I am proud of my work once it's done, but it takes so much out of me to really create something good. I am incapable of half-assing a paper, I fawn over every word, and cannot leave anything be until it is perfect. The end result probably looks like it just flowed out of me, but it didn't. I probably spent all night on the first paragraph alone. So, yes, I am good at it, but that does not mean that I could make a career out of it while maintaining my sanity. I program computers now. Much cleaner, logical, and to the point, although I do still occasionally catch myself worrying more about elegant form than function to a detrimental degree, but it is far less of an issue than with writing in English. I relate to this way too much. I've spent hour-long periods just trying to think of how to convey sentences and it's hell. Video editing. I like everything about it, but does it take a lot of time and concentration? It can get pretty tedious sometimes. Usually if I have to do tedious stuff, music helps a lot, but you can't listen to music while editing. Unless you have music in video, in which case you listen to the same song for hours, most of the time listening to the same 1.7-second loops of it. I love results of editing, love finding ways to get my message across, but goddammit, it takes a lot of time to make something good. Edit. I just spent 4 hours reading comments instead of editing a video for an asbestos removal service. Yes, my personal Citizen Kane. Thanks you guys, you made my day. Edit 2, dear anonymous redditor. You sexy marvel. Thanks. Edit 3, woo, more gold. Cheers. I can do an r/pan stream of me editing, if you guys want. Or I can work on the idea for a YouTube channel that I had for a while now. Don't think I'll get much done with the asbestos video tonight anyways. I'd rather lick an asbestos wall without my safety goggles on. How to edit a video. Step 1, waste 3 hours to find good music. Step 2, waste another 3 hours to try every single effect you already tried before on every single clip. Step 3, actually do some editing. Step 4, crash the program and realize you forgot to save, so back to step 3 again. Step 5, rendering. Step 6, find and fix mistakes you made after you already rendered the project. Step 7, step 5 again. Step 8. Step 9, profit. You forgot the last step. 10, watch other video made by someone else, look at your project, throw it in the trash and start over. Customer support. Fuck me. Fuck me. So you are a prostitute. Probably would fuck. Same. My co-workers have always told me I have the best customer service, but I absolutely despise it and get anxiety just knowing I have to speak to these people. This is me. I'm good with people because I've honed a polite style of communication out of contempt for talking with people. Socializing. Everyone thinks I'm so outgoing and friendly, but in reality, it wears me down mentally and physically to the point I start drinking alcohol just to be able to keep up the charade. It's exhausting and I hate it, but I have to fake it to make a living. Same. I started working remotely for this reason and I have way more energy now. My home office is very peaceful and productive. Talking to people. 26 years in retail. I could win an Oscar for the amount of believable lies I tell customers. You are the face of the company. You're always supposed to be smiling, happy, and able to carry on a single-serving conversation with anyone you meet. Off the clock, and when I was single, I was very content going days without any talking or interaction. I kinda learned to be two different people, sometimes more depending on my life at the time. I'm tired of acting. I work at a pet store and the idea that I send animals home to people who just want a pet for their kid to neglect is terrible. Even after I tell them no to the animal, the parents get mad because I refuse to make a small child happy. Fuck you, man. Your 3-year-oldest gonna be cleaning this you would, and so far you haven't convinced me you'll do that. But I can't tell people to fuck off. So I stick to the polite statement of do more research BC. It sounds like you're unsure if you're committed to this long-term relationship. Introverts rise up. I meant hideout. Backstroke. I'm apparently fast at it, but it's still nasal destruction. I just hate how blind you are, watching the ceiling scroll by, hoping to catch a glimpse of the flags soon. My high school had 25-yard pools. That was bearable, but the 50-meter pools are like you're lost in the abyss. Outdoor 50 meters pools are the worst. Especially if it's sunny out and clear as day, you have nothing to go off of, so you're normally zigzagging all over the place and hitting the lane line. Fixing computers. Sad part is I do this for a living. I love everything about computers, networking, etc. But when I get a phone call from an inept user who makes triple my salary, or an older relative calls for computer help, the eye rolls ensue and the thoughts of hanging up kick in. I'm in IT as well. I hate printers. What happened? Where did we go wrong with printers? Who fucked up? Whose head should we be wringing? Why are printers so fucking shit? Why do they not just work? Why is there always a fucking song and a rain dance to get these things to do what they should? I've been in IT for 18 years, far removed from help desk work, and I still fucking hate printers. All except the humble brother laser I have at home, which has been the sole exception in all this time.